Shallow, my friends and fishes. This is your friendly neighborhood merperson, Mermaid Live, the Vanlife Mermaid. And today is going to be an update video on my life, giving you a Vanlife Mermaid update. And you may have noticed I have changed in appearance a little bit, so I'm going to talk about that and the reason why I kind of stopped being a professional mermaid. Temporarily, I'm not doing gigs right now, and I will discuss that in a little bit. Don't know why you say goodbye, I say shallow. Sorry if I'm squinting this whole time. The sun is right in my eyes. It's a beautiful day. I'm at one of my private creek beaches, although the actual nice beach part got washed away by the rain, so I'm just basically sitting on some sandy dirt, and I'm gonna have to give my tail a bath afterwards. So let's begin. So there have been a lot of changes lately. I changed my whole brand to the Vanlife Mermaid, and that's still happening. I haven't been able to make as much content as I wanted or do as many mermaid things as I've wanted. Today I finally have a good day, but my van trip has been postponed a bunch of times. I've been having problems with the van. It does this thing where it stalls, and it hasn't happened in a while. So it had a recalled part, and I took it to get fixed. And it turns out, even though we had talked to them on the phone and tried to make sure they got the parts needed, they didn't get all the parts they needed. So then I had to wait 3 more weeks until they could actually fix the whole thing. And I waited impatiently because I'm ready to take off and start van life and start beach hopping and living my best life, you know. So I had to wait, and then they finally replaced it. And then the next day it stalled again. So I had to take it back. And then they said they didn't know what happened. So that was a bummer. So I took it to a different mechanic, and they still weren't able to give me an answer as to why the van was stalling. But it hasn't been happening anymore. So I'm hoping that it's okay. And really soon I'm going to start my van life journey, my long road trip. I'm planning to go to Florida. I might be doing an audition for the new Mermaid Encounter. I did apply. I don't know if I'm going to be able to audition, but I'm definitely road tripping to Florida if I get my audition. I plan to go to Florida anyway, although now it's starting to get a little bit too warm to van life in Florida, so that's one thing I'm worried about. On the topic of being a mermaid, I recently have had sort of a gender awakening, and I've kind of found my true self, and I've realized that I'm not so much of a mermaid. Like, I don't know if I'm exactly a merman, but I'm definitely not a mermaid. I'm not feeling the whole feminine thing of it. I suddenly started feeling dysphoric about being in my mermaid outfit. I had to do 2 gigs back to back in the city, which is a hassle, and parking was a pain, and traffic was horrible. And just right after I had kind of realized that I felt uncomfortable with my body, and I had to do these 2 gigs, and they caused me a lot of stress, and I was feeling really uncomfortable being dressed as a mermaid. I felt really weird being in makeup. I felt like I looked ridiculous, and so now I'm just trying to figure out myself. I started playing around with some different merperson, whatever, I've just been playing with some different looks, and I've got some facial hair today. I was testing that out. You could call me a mermaid drag king, a mer drag king. I don't know if there's any other drag mers out there, but hit me up. So there's that. It's been an emotional journey. I haven't exactly come around to calling myself a trans man. That's a little bit scary. So for now, I'm considering myself non-binary, and I use they, them pronouns. So if everyone could start using that, that would be great. Really be doing me a solid. Really be gender affirming for me. It would be nice. So yeah, I don't know what to call myself anymore. Mermaid Live, it's a woman's name, mermaid, indicative of woman. And on the inside, I am not a woman. I'm having sort of an identity crisis, but I know I still love mermaiding. Here's something to discuss. Mermaiding is like the verb. You can be a merman who does mermaiding. So I'm hesitant to yet call myself a merman. not that far along in my gender journey, gender, dad puns. For now, I'm still enjoying mermaiding, and I feel better now that I've kind of gotten a different top. I am wearing a binder, and it helps me. I feel really a lot more comfortable with it. If anyone has any questions about gender, about being trans, any of that stuff, about being non-binary, if any of you are not out yet and you feel that way, hit me up. I'd be happy to talk with you. I can always use people to talk to about this. You know, it's a confusing time. I'm trying to really get back on the bandwagon of doing all my mermaid stuff. You know, I'm not gonna abandon everything that I've been working on. I've spent the past at least 2 years building up myself on social media, my YouTube channel, and I don't want to let all that go. So I've had to find a way around this new situation, and I feel good right now. Do you guys like my new mer ensemble? Feels good. So yeah, it's been quite the journey, and I'm not ready to be doing mermaid gigs again because I haven't quite figured out my mersona yet, and I can't dress up with, you know, my mom's like, you can't be a mermaid with short hair, you have to get a wig, and I'm like, I like being more androgynous, even like masculine presenting, and I don't know how accepting, like, I don't know if all parents want to have the gender conversation with their kids, or I can't dress up with makeup and everything. You know, that doesn't feel right anymore, and I can't sacrifice who I am for my job. So I'm stepping back from being a professional mermaid. I love swimming in a tail. It's more so the interacting with the kids that I don't feel as comfortable with right now, because, you know, mermaids are typically, you know, like professional mermaids have that like princess voice with the like high pitched and the happy and the bubbly and the like just sweet and friendly and feminine, and that just doesn't feel right anymore. So, but it is still my dream to be an aquarium mermaid, because that feels more like a cool visual art. It depends more on my skills as a mermaid swimmer than my personality. So I'm gonna pursue that. Friendly reminder to follow your dreams, and when things get rough, it's okay. You don't have to give up. You don't have to give up on your dreams just because circumstances change. Just be yourself, love yourself, and have a magical day. Bye-bye.